Hi, I'm here at Gardensphere with Travis, and we're going to talk about chickens in Tacoma today. I started a flock about a year ago. I got my chicks here at Gardensphere, and Travis has graciously agreed to do a little Q&A today and talk about chickens in Tacoma. So thank you for being willing to do that.
You're so welcome, Kelly Jo.
All right, my first question for you is, if someone's thinking about getting these adorable little chicks, what should they keep in mind? What questions should they ask themselves before they dive in?
Well, I think the most important thing is, do you have the time for them, and do you have the space for them?
Yeah.
And I like to describe chickens as being somewhere between a goldfish and a cat. I don't think that they need a lot of time and energy, but like any animal, they do need a little something here and there. So we picked a perfect day to do this because we have our fresh little batch of babies in here. Oh my goodness, look at how cute these little girls are. So
What do you have today? What came
this little sweetheart is a barred Plymouth Rock, a nice heritage breed. We also have some Splash Americanas. We have some Golden Buff, which is an excellent egg layer. And we have some Sage Gem Bantams. And Bantam is a term for basically a miniature chicken. So small chicken as opposed to full size, which a lot of people think are really adorable.
Do they lay miniature eggs? I don't know.
They are definitely smaller. They are, but they are so cute. And they are great to add to the flock. One question we get a lot is, can you mix the breeds? And the answer is absolutely. All chicken breeds can go very well together. Although it is important to note that the breeds need to be of the same age, or they have to be integrated accordingly. So if you have your existing flock of year-old chickens, there's a process for adding new ones that are younger.
I had to do that. I had 3, and then I got 3 more. Yeah, and it's in stages, sort of. And then the older ones pecked at them a little bit at first, and then they were all cool.
Well,
so
there is a reason that they call it a pecking order.
A pecking order, yeah. All the chicken cliches, yeah.
Yeah,
well, they're all true.
Of them. But it's not a hard process. It's just something you need to know how to do. And any good store or farm store will be able to help you go through that process if you choose to do so.
Cool.
So these little baby girls were just born on Monday. So they are about a day old now, maybe 2 days old.
Aww.
And they'll start laying in about 4 to 6 months. And they're gonna lay super productively for usually years 2, 3, 4, and sometimes 5.
5, okay.
And then after that, it's kind of hit or miss, but they do consume a lot less food as they stop laying. So most of our customers and clientele tend to just keep them as pets after they're kind of done laying.
Yeah, the sweet ones are awfully
The sweet ones, they do. The more you interact with them, the more docile and the more pet-like they become, as you know.
Okay. So what are the rules in Tacoma?
Yeah, so
things you can do and can't do.
Yeah, so a lot of people, there's a lot of cities around the country, people wonder if they can have chickens. Tacoma is one of them that you can, and most cities you can. You probably heard me mention baby girls. We get only sexed females here at the store.
Okay.
And the reason is that Tacoma does not allow roosters, and that is a noise issue. It's not anything other than that. So you're allowed female hens. Hens will lay regardless of whether there's a rooster present or not. We get that question a lot as well.
That was one of my questions when I was a newbie. I was like, how does this work? Okay.
For chickens, it's basically a daily cycle. A good bird like the Golden Buff should lay about an egg a day for you. Mm-hmm. Cute little Sage Gem Bantams, they're probably more like 2 or 3 times a week. But only females. The limit currently is 6, although there are perhaps a few caveats if you investigate it.
So you get them here in phases. You have a calendar of when they are available.
You got it. So what we try to do is plan for the entire year. So this is not true of all stores that sell chickens, but we tend to hatch January through September. Mm-hmm. We do once a month. We do an assortment of 3 or 4 different breeds. A lot of people ask how we choose those breeds. It's actually a very simple logistical question. I need to be able to tell the difference when I'm selling the bird. So what you'll notice today is that of the 4 breeds we have, they are all visually very different. And that's how we can make sure that people are going home with the right bird. When you come in to get birds, we have these cute little portable lunch boxes, we call them. That's what the birds go home in. And we have all the supplies that you can need, from the baby chick food to the bedding material to the feeders and waterers. The only things we don't sell here at this store are coops. So you either need to purchase a coop or make your own
Or
coop
build
at home.
one. That's kind of the fun part too.
It
I
is
think.
totally the fun
It was
part.
for me, yeah.
Yeah, and it's so creative. So, but they're quite easy. As baby chicks here, they basically need to be under a heat lamp. They need their water changed once or twice a day and food all the time. Then after about 2 months' time, about 8 weeks, they'll be ready to go outside. They'll be totally cold hardy. In this part of the country, they will never need supplemental heat.
Yeah, that was interesting to me. When it got down like to the mid-30s this last winter, I was all worried, and I read a lot about it, and they are pretty cold hardy. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best way I kind of can describe it is their plumage, their feathers, are like a double paned window. They lay on top of each other and they create a layer of air that insulates them. And so in some very, very cold parts of the country, say the Midwest, they might need protection. But here, they are A-okay
Yeah.
all year long.
yeah, good deal. How old are these here? Can I pick up one of those?
Absolutely.
Just to show the age difference?
So this is from our last hatch.
will
These
let me-
girls are about 4 weeks old right now. So you can
They're
see.
4 weeks old.
And I'll pick up one. Here's the growth development in 3 to 4 weeks of a chicken. It happens fast. But you can see they're so sweet, they're not aggressive, and they're just so much fun.
What is this one? How beautiful.
That is an Easter egger,
Oh, it
which
is.
which the
Oh.
name's derived from the fact that Easter eggers will lay either blue, green, or tan colored eggs. The interesting thing is we don't know what color they're going to be until they start laying, but then they'll lay true to that color for the rest of their life.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
What a cutie.
she's a cutie.
All right, sister. Back you go.
And so the other question people ask is, well, where am I going to put these baby chicks while they're under the heat lamp and
Yes.
getting older? And that's a good thing to note. Usually a basement, a garage, a spare bedroom is the best place.
Okay.
And usually I recommend one of those very classic Rubbermaid totes that we'd store, say, Christmas decorations or patio cushions in.
Okay, I did that,
Yeah.
and then moved to a trough.
Okay.
When they were sort of this size
That
for a
size.
little while, and then outside.
It's a good way
Yeah.
to keep them contained, and
Yeah.
then the heat lamps clamp onto the side, and they don't need a lot of room. In fact, because they're so sensitive to the cold when they're young, having them kind of closer together is really a good thing. So in one of those, what I would call a standard Rubbermaid tote, you can raise about 6 chickens up to that
Okay.
8-week-old stage, and then move them outside to your coop, and you're good to go.
Right on. Okay.
All right. So I think we're maybe going to go look at a coop.
We are.
and
We're
some
going to go
other
look
stuff.
at mine.
I'm
And
excited.
some of my girls. So yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, well, Kelly Jo, we're here in your magical backyard. I can't believe what you've done with this place. And that is one of the most gorgeous chicken coops I have ever seen. It looks
Oh.
like you did everything right.
Thank you.
When we talk about chicken coops, we got a couple different things to keep in mind. We have predators here in Tacoma.
Yes.
We do. Most importantly, raccoons. And people think they can free range those birds all day in the backyard, but really, 1 or 2 nights of them being out and those raccoons will get the bird.
They know, don't they?
They
Yeah.
do. And then sometimes we have eagles and hawks, although much less of a concern.
Yeah.
But then another important factor that none of us like to think about, but rats are ubiquitous.
Yep.
And a lot of people think the rats are going to attack the chickens or eat the eggs, but really that's not true. They'll leave the chickens alone, but what they do is eat the food.
Yeah, we had one get in there. We had a wood pile over there for a
Yeah.
little while. It was a mama and a baby we discovered. And one day, yeah, there were some little droppings in there, and I thought, ruh-roh, and it dug under the wire cloth all the way under the coop and in.
Yeah.
And chickens never told me about it, so I discovered the droppings, and so had to fix that. But yeah, that's so true.
Well, I'm sure Scarlett here was protecting all of the other girls in your coop from any potential rat issues.
She's the
going
queen bee.
on. Is she the queen bee?
Yeah, yes,
Look at
she
how
is.
stately she is, just sitting there, being a sweetheart. So yeah, when you're working on your coop, a lot of people refer to the whole structure as a coop, but really the coop is the interior portion where they're going to lay their eggs and sleep.
Right.
And then the majority of what we call the coop or the structure should be the run, which is where they're going to eat, drink, and spend their outdoor activity. So we say on average about 8 to 10 square feet per bird,
Okay.
but 3/4 of that should be the exterior run where they can be active.
Makes sense. Okay.
And then what you've done amazingly, probably since the rat issue, is made sure that that hardware cloth or the chicken wire is actually buried into the ground to prevent from them tunneling under. Also making sure that you have all the seams and crevices buttoned up so that the rats can't get in there. Because like I said, they are everywhere. We just got to make sure they're not sticking around our place.
If they find the food, they tell their friends too. So that's
absolutely the truth. So what I always tell people when you're going into chickens is either buy or design and build a coop where you are comfortable leaving them in there 24/7, 365 days a year.
Yeah.
Make sure it's big enough where you feel that it's compassionate enough for them to stay in there. And then if you're home on a wonderful weekend, if it's sunny, if you need a few slugs eaten or some grass trimmed, then go ahead and let them free range. But give them enough space where you know that they're always safe and protected and have enough.
Yeah, that's exactly what we do now. That they free range when I'm here, and I can watch them for a short time. So
I mean,
yeah,
you
it's
like
important.
me adore your garden, and we know that chickens will decimate a garden very quickly.
I've already caught them in there a couple of times, and they're fast.
They are so fast.
Yeah.
I mean, they just nonstop do their grazing, and one minute you'll have a beautiful tomato plant, and the next you'll have nothing.
Yep,
Yeah.
that has happened actually. So,
Yeah.
so true, so true.
Another thing about gardens that people ask us is, do I have to worry about toxic plants with chickens?
Oh yes.
And I think that's an important thing to know. And chickens, as bad of a rap as they get for not being intelligent, they know what they can and can't eat. I have never had a chicken in my career with my customers, which is over 15 years now. We've been selling and working with chickens.
That's
in the store.
amazing.
I've never had a chicken get sick from eating a plant that they shouldn't.
Yeah.
They have an innate ability to know, even if it just takes a little taste, okay, that's
Bad.
not okay.
Bad news.
Now
Yeah.
moving on. So protecting your garden, and that's another reason why building a coop where you're comfortable leaving them in there all the time
Yes.
is a really nice attribute to have.
Yeah.
So
Very good. All right. Oh, this girl's had it.
she's getting a little anxious.
I'm gonna let her go. I think she pooped on me.
Oh, that is one of the things. Oh, actually.
Yes, of course she did.
She laid an egg.
Oh my gosh, she did!
She laid an egg in your arms, Kelly, don't you?
Oh my
goodness.
gosh.
I have never seen that happen in my
That's
career.
why she was so wiggly.
That
she
probably is. She was like, I've got something to do here, Mom.
Oh my gosh.
Well, there's an egg down, but
That's
I know
hilarious.
You got plenty in the kitchen right now.
I do. Maybe a couple in the coop will take a look. Thank you so much. I
Oh.
really appreciate all the great information and
You
for
are
coming by today.
So
Yeah,
welcome.
yeah.
And
Gardensphere is awesome, and so I just, yeah.
as are you, Kelly Jo, and thank you for letting me enjoy your beautiful backyard. And the next time you need anything, I'll see you at the store.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.